Well, hello, and thank you for being one of our patients here at ēlizur. We're thankful for you and the opportunity to be a part of your care. So if you're seeing this video, you probably have one of these that's in front of me, a CPM machine we call it. It's always prescribed by a physician post an injury or a surgery. In one of your cases, most likely, that is what you're up against, and we are here, and the machine is here to be able to aid you in your way back to health. And so we're thankful for you, and we're always available to you. So you have plenty of information, plenty of phone numbers, plenty of websites at this point, I'm sure, to be able to look us up and find us, and we are here for you. You know, if you have any questions concerning the setup, concerning this video, concerning your machine itself. And so again, you know, we thank you for your trust in us and allowing us to be a part of your care. I just wanted to walk quickly through what this means to be able to set this machine up and what it's designed for and what it's intended for. So after surgery, in most cases, we're always looking to get the range of motion back. And so that's basically how far your knee bends. And so we want to work you back kind of towards that, towards normal, you know, whatever that normal is. And so this is called a continuous passive range of motion machine. And so it will help you bend your knee up and down, going from extension to bending and flexion, and back and forth very slowly throughout. And so this is designed to help you do just that. And so when you get it, as you're unbagging it, unboxing it, whatever the case may be, it's going to look much like this. And so, you know, what we have here is called the foot plate. And so you want to loosen the knobs on either side of the foot plate, and you want to raise that foot plate up till it's about 90 degrees. And you can use those same two knobs you just loosened to tighten it into place. Underneath there, you will find a couple important components here, one of which has been the hand control, so you want to place that where it's reachable by you, and the other is the power cord. The power cord plugs in, you know, right down here at the end of the machine, and there's also a switch down here to turn the machine on. You know it's on whenever we can get the screen on the handheld remote to turn on and illuminate here for us. So it always takes a minute to recalibrate and to adjust as it's doing that. So while it's doing that, we can go ahead and get the machine set up. We always prefer a flat surface, typically a couch or a bed, to be able to do so. We always want the leg, especially on the place of a couch, the affected leg to be the inside. So I have this set up for a left knee, because what I'm able to do is take this and I'm able to move it to the very back corner, so it's pushing on the end of the couch, and it's safe from the edge of the couch as it would be for the right. And so again, if we're treating a right knee, we're going to flip this around, so again, it can be placed at the edge of the couch, and again, be towards the back, away from the front ledge. So once we get it in that situation, or situated towards the back here, we have it on, we're just about ready to start treatment, but we need a couple measurements and or a kind of self-adjustment here. As you can see, this foot plate can extend in and out appropriate to the length of the leg. And so what we have here is a hinge in the machine, and just like our knee is a hinge, we want our knee to be right over this gap between these pads, right in line with the hinge of this machine, because that's where the bending occurs. With the knee here, we want to extend this foot plate up so it reaches flat up against our foot. Once that's complete, you know, we're able to use the two knobs located here and here to be able to lock that into place. So now this is no longer able to telescope in and out. Almost ready. The last piece is the thigh strap. And so just as you might suggest, this thigh strap holds just over the top of the knee, you know, right across the quadricep or thigh, to be able to hold the upper part of our leg in place as we go throughout this range of motion. So once we're here, knees here, the foot plate is here, we get the foot strapped in using the Velcro tab here, and then we have our thigh strap, and we are ready to begin our therapy. So at this point, our legs strapped in, our foot strapped in, and we are ready to begin. This handheld remote is going to lead us and guide us through our therapies on a daily basis. We're really only worried about 6 buttons on this remote. Please disregard the rabbit at the bottom and this pause button. Those will both cause you more issues than it'll help you should you touch either of those buttons. So let's disregard these, not only for now as a part of this demonstration, but also long-term as you go throughout therapy. Certainly disregard these. So what we're going to be working on is, again, bending our knee. That's called flexion, especially as it relates to this remote. What we are going to do is almost daily adjust our flexion levels per your instructions given to us and to you by your physician. So oftentimes you'll start at a low number, something like 35, 45 degrees, and you often increase from there 5 to 10 degrees per day as tolerated, or 5 to 10 degrees today, per a max protocol, whatever your physician says. If there's any confusion, any questions on that, please reach out to either, patient service representative who dropped the unit off, give our office a call, or even contact your physician for further instructions. So with that said, we need to adjust how high the knee bends and how low it straightens out. Straight to 0. And so our extension limit, that's how straight the leg goes, is always going to be set at 0 and is going to be on the left side of this screen. Should I want to adjust that, not that I would very frequently, I simply hit this button that aims to the left, the extension blinks, and I'm able to adjust that number up and down. Again, for not only demonstration purposes, but for almost 100% of the cases, we are always keeping that limit set to 0. What changes daily is the flexion limit. And much like the extension, we can use the button on the right side of the remote with the arrow pointing to the right to press, at which point the number under flexion will begin to blink, and I can adjust that to whatever the desired degree of flexion would be. Once it's set to my desired amount, I'm able to use the start and stop buttons to begin therapy and/or stop therapy in the event that I would need to do so. As you can see, I don't know why there's a rabbit on here. This is much more of a snail or a tortoise pace. It's intended to be that way. It's supposed to be slow. It's supposed to be effective just by moving continually rather than rapidly in any way. So this is a-okay for it to move this slowly. It's very smooth, oftentimes very quiet. Every once in a while there are gears in here, so every once in a while you can hear gears turning and different things like that. Do not be alarmed. As long as it's moving smoothly, both towards flexion, as we see here, and moving smoothly towards extension, as you will see here in another minute, you are good to go and you're getting all the therapy that you need. So again, we thank you for being one of our valued patients. We are thankful for the opportunity to be involved in your care and your rehab, and we wish you good health sooner than later.